Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Hit like, share, and link. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Home of the champions. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Hit like, share, and link. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Home of the champions. When I need a scoop on the league, I hit up the dream team.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Golden Rams Buzz Podcast with Chris, Damon, and Sal.
Gentlemen.
Today joining us will be Eagles fan and comedian Tron Jones.
Fly, Eagles,
Man,
fly.
shut up. Also, we have special guests in the back. DJ Risque, you seen him at the tailgate. Now you see him on the podcast. Before we get started on the game, I want to give a big shout out to Rams Republic. I popped in on them at their viewing party, one of their viewing parties at Sportsnet Bar in Norco.
Okay.
Pizza's Place. They opened me with open arms. They didn't know I was coming.
Okay.
I just walked in there. Right when I walked in, somebody offered me donuts.
Damn.
And somebody like, Damon, what's up? What's up?
Okay.
So big shout out to Rams Republic. Big shout out to Robert, Nicole, and Frank Vega showing me love. Pizza was great. Like I told you guys, I'm just going to pop up to a Booster Club viewing party. You never know. With that being said,
That's great.
Go ahead, Chris.
Alrighty, well, fellas, the Rams played less than, they played a flawless first half, less than stellar second half, and we squeaked out a win against the Colts, 29-23 in overtime. Now, didn't we say last week that the Rams needed to run the ball?
Yes.
Didn't we say we needed to run the ball? And we ran it 36 times for 164 yards and 2 touchdowns with implementing Ronnie Rivers. So, fellas, Speak, what you guys think of the game? What's your thoughts?
Go ahead,
Go
Sal.
ahead, Sal.
I mean, I like a balanced offense. I like running the ball, but I mean, we took the lead by being aggressive.
Yes.
I like an aggressive offense, and sometimes, people want balance, but I mean, whatever the strength of your offense is, you got to go to. I mean, they went to Puka right away, and I thought that was the right thing to do. I like that the Rams scored. They scored pretty much at will in the first half. Sometimes I think they got in trouble when they started running the ball.
Okay.
I think that kind of hurt them because, the greatest show on turf, I remember Mike Martz saying that sometimes you take, he said traditionally that offensive coordinators say, you take what the defense gives you. But his philosophy was, we have the ball, we make them adjust to us, to what we're doing.
Okay.
So I kind of like that philosophy, and I think that that's what the Rams should do. If Puka and the receiving core is on fire, I think you just keep throwing the ball.
I mean, I like running the ball because I guess offensive lineman hyped
Exactly.
up. We had a new offensive lineman starting for the first time, Dotson, that came from Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So he has to get adjusted, and they like to run because they like to move forward instead of back.
Right,
So
right.
you got Kyrie Williams scored 2 touchdowns, right?
Yes.
He has 5 touchdowns, I believe.
Yes.
And then you had Ronnie Rivers jump in,
Yeah.
and that just establishes it like, okay, we can get this. And then they're beating up the defensive line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then defensive line thinks you're going to run, they're going to scoot up more. That opens up the pass to Puka, to
Tutu
Atwell,
And
to
to
Van
Higbee, too.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Play
Tyler
action
Higbee,
because they're
too.
either going to run, but the Rams just run because it helps get time of possession, helps take time off the clock,
I mean, there is a purpose to running the football, but you don't just want to be a balanced team. I mean, whatever's open, you apply towards the offense. But I think the Rams, they're always going to be aggressive. McVay's never going to run the football. I mean, he says if he runs the ball and you don't gain any yardage to him, it's a wasted play. So, his philosophy, the Rams will always be a passing team.
What was it called in the 80s, 90s? Smash mouth?
Ground and pound.
Ground and
Yeah,
pound.
but you
so-
can't do that in today's
Yeah,
NFL.
yeah,
You won't
Well,
win
there's a
too many
team.
games.
Niners try to do it, but
Yeah.
they get away with it because
Well,
they
the
have
Niners
Christian
can do
McCaffrey.
everything well, yeah.
Yeah, so we.
But but they haven't won a Super Bowl.
True.
It works in regular season, but in the NFL, in playoffs, it's completely different.
True. Now, the man who scored the touchdown in overtime was?
Puka
Puka
Nacua.
There you go.
Number 17, baby. Puka.
And also, too, Aaron Donald was dominated Quentin Nelson. Now,
He
they
tore-
say, now, they say Quentin Nelson is the second best lineman behind Trent Williams of the
Yeah.
Niners, but Aaron Donald was dominant. What's you guys' thoughts on Aaron
Come on,
Donald?
Aaron Donald's the best defensive player in the last 30, 40 years in the NFL. So of course Quentin Nelson can't handle him. He was like, you see Aaron Donald like,
Right.
How many sacks did he have?
Yeah.
Or how many penalties can't
holding-
come back?
exactly.
Holding penalties. Like
Yeah.
he changed the game. He's eating up Quentin Nelson like for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So our defense was eating that day. We had a 23-0 lead. Of course, I think the defense I shouldn't say Aaron Donald got like a days ago, but it seems like their defense shifted. They stopped playing with aggression or something like that. They slowed down. I didn't get it. So
But shutting out an NFL team is really tough to do in today's offense. in today's, with the offenses that are run today. But I mean, Richardson played really well. He was pretty impressive for a rookie. I mean, once he got it going, it was kind of scary. He played well. But the Rams in overtime, I mean, they went back to what they do best and passing the football and,
I'm mad it got to overtime. I'm mad it got to overtime.
Yeah, same
I thought
here.
it was going to be 40. I was watching it with the Rams Republic. I'm like, oh, hopefully they can get up so much and they can rest their starters for Philadelphia. Because Philadelphia's coming in 5-0. Hey, rest him. No, not overtime. They should have blew them out like 42-7.
Okay.
But this is the NFL, so you never know what
but
can happen.
But really, the Rams are such a young team, though.
Yeah.
You don't want them resting anyone. You want to stay on the same path. You want to develop these players. When you start sitting them down, I mean, we're not that experienced yet. So I think they need all the work they can get. And if they stay healthy, continue to get better each week, we'll be fine.
Now, Cooper Kupp is eligible to come off the IR this week and is practicing.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he will play this Sunday?
I say yes.
I don't think he's going to play.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't know because I just don't want to. I mean, Cooper Kupp, then it's like is he ready, or is he like 80%?
They would have used him as a decoy.
Yeah, I want him 100% playing the game. I don't want to be like Jamal Adams. I'm not saying that's the same thing, but he got hurt. But I want Cooper Kupp 100. I don't want to be like, oh my, anything can happen. I know we're going against the Eagles. Everybody's hyped up. Play Cooper Kupp. Because the Eagles don't have good corners. I don't know much about that. I just know they're 5-0. But I just know because Matthew Stafford's going to key on Puka, and the Eagles are going to be like, okay, Puka's going to get the ball because Van Jefferson really doesn't do much, and then you already know. So I mean, if he plays, cool. But I don't think. Hopefully I'm wrong. I don't think he plays.
Now, with Cooper Kupp coming back, do you think that's going to lessen Puka Nakua's role in the offense?
No, not necessarily. I think, everybody, when the Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp connection, all these Ram fans are like, why does he only throw the ball to Cooper Kupp? He throws the ball to whoever gets open.
Right.
You saw how quickly Puka Nakua became his favorite target, because Van Jefferson and some of the other receivers aren't creating, space. They got to get open. They're not creating any separation. So Stafford's going to throw the ball to whoever's open.
I compare it to basketball. If you have a basketball player who has a hot hand, you're going to keep on passing him the
Yeah,
ball.
I'm sure,
You're not going to be like, stop passing him the ball, pass to somebody else.
Right.
If somebody's making
can't
10
force
straight
the ball,
shots,
exactly.
yeah, you got to throw it. The person who's open and getting it. If Cooper Kupp is getting open every play, you're going to throw him the ball and feed him.
That's why a lot of people say, the Rams got to find a way to work Van Jefferson in the offense. He's got to get open, and when he has opportunities, he's got to catch the ball.
I agree. Now, this is a crazy stat I saw over the weekend from the Rams Colts game, but I thought Steven Jackson or Tom Brady would have had this record, but Kyron Williams is the first Ram since 2000. Marshall Falk to have 5 touchdowns in 4 games. That's crazy.
That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
So McVay and Les Snead saw something we didn't see.
That's true.
Because last year Kyrie didn't play much. Well, what's going on with Kyrie?
Right.
He
Well, he was injured, yeah. He got
injured.
Well, he got injured in training camp.
Yeah.
So that kind of, ruined his opportunity to start. But everything he's doing now, he did at Notre Dame. He did in college. He's a great receiver coming out of the backfield, too.
And he's a great blocker. That's what I watch. I watch to see if a running back's going to block because Cam Akers, he's in Minnesota, but we know, watching film, he wasn't really – Kyrie wants it. He wants to block you. You know what I'm saying? He wants to take care of, open up lanes. And then you see when Stafford threw the ball.
That's what I said. He plays like a veteran.
Yes.
I mean, he does everything well, and he wants to get better. But, it was a nice change of pace back when they brought in Ronnie Rivers. I mean, his quickness –
Exactly.
He runs a lot of course, a smaller version of C.J. Anderson.
Okay.
His running
That's
style, he's always moving forward. He's a lot smaller, probably about 100 pounds lighter, but it's all good.
It's funny. You say Kyrie Williams broke Steven Jackson. You thought it was going to be Steven.
Or Todd Gurley, right?
Who was Kyrie's hero growing up, running back?
Was it Steven Jackson?
Steven Jackson.
Wow. That's
In fact, they met when he was a kid at the Dome.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
He met
He's from Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He met Steven Jackson. In fact, there was a picture of him.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, and he said that he was going to, play pro football.
Nice.
And that was his mentor. And so it was kind of cool that it actually happened. And for the same team.
Up next, on to Philly, and our special guest, Tron Jones. We'll be back.
Let's see what he's got to say.
Commercial.
Take a break with the Red Baby located at all locations. Stateside, nationwide, take a break with the Red Bakery. Whole grain loaf, fish briquettes, ciabatta rolls, regular rolls. You guys know you can't make a sandwich without bread, right? What are you going to use for your peanut butter jelly sandwich? You need bread. Why not take a break with the Red Bakery? For all your tailgating needs, all your family holidays, your family functions, Take a break with the Brea Bakery at all retail locations in California and nationwide. You see the hat? You see the shirt? Podcast sponsor and tailgate sponsor, the Brea Bakery. Take a break. We'll see you at tailgate.
Enough said, come on. Who's house? Rams house. You know who we rollin'. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Hit like, share a link. Who's house? Rams house. You know who we rollin'. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Home of the champions. Who's house? Rams house. You know who we rollin'.
All right, guys. Special guest, Mr. Tron Jones. How you doing, Tron?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother.
Always good. Always a
Comedian!
All righty, all right.
Yeah.
So, talk about how long have you been an Eagles fan? What made you become an Eagles fan?
Well, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. Back in the day, the Colts left was like what 83, something like that.
Right,
so
yeah. The Ursay's packed up and left.
he left in the
Middle
Mayflower
of the night.
trucks.
Yep.
The Mayflowers. Bottom, we do not like Mayflower at all. They took our team from us in a snowstorm. You know
Oh
what I mean?
my gosh.
So growing up, I'm a block away from 33rd Street Memorial Stadium. So I had to figure something out, either Deadskins or rock with Philly. Philly 50 minutes away, or go to DC where the Bama stay. So we went up to Philly. Bird gang up. Let's get it. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. So growing up, who's your favorite player growing up?
Randall Cunningham.
Ooh, I like
Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham.
One thing about the Eagles, we love our black quarterback.
Right. That is true.
Donovan
I'm from
McNabb.
a black city. No disrespect, y'all. I love my black athletes.
No, I hear you.
We just gotta learn how to slide. But I love my black athletes.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Now, growing up, when you were growing up as an Eagle fan, you guys had the Giants in your division. You guys had the Redskins, the Commanders,
Cowboys.
and the Cowboys. They all had Hall of Fame coaches.
Yeah.
They had Landry, Jimmy Johnson,
Yep.
Bill Parcells, and Bill Belichick was the D coordinator. And then who am I missing from the?
Cardinals had the Cardinals too.
Well, you had the Cardinals, but they weren't really a
Tom
factor. And
Landry.
then you guys had Joe
Joe-
Gibbs.
Yeah.
But
Joe
you know, as an Eagles, you
Yeah.
guys always had the players because you guys had Seb Joyner, Clyde Simmons, rest in peace, Jerome Brown,
Yeah.
Reggie White. You had
Reggie White.
Eric Allen, the corner.
Yeah.
So tell me, growing up, wasn't it frustrating growing up with all those great teams in your division? You could never pull through.
Well, it really wasn't about pulling through. I was a kid at that time.
Okay.
So I didn't really understand football.
Okay, that's fair.
But when I started getting to understand the football, that's when we had Andy Reid.
Okay.
Who's one of the best coaches of all time.
I definitely agree with that.
Look, when we lost the Super Bowl to KC, as Eagles fans, we celebrated because we know Andy Reid deserved that. We was lit at my bar.
Okay.
We gave it up for Andy because he needed that win. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay.
So even when they beat us, we ain't really take it hard because it's Andy Reid. That's our coach.
Okay.
So I just like talking about like guys in my era when I witnessed. You know what I mean? So, but Doug Peterson was a good coach too.
Now, don't you think? I thought he got done a raw deal in Philly because I think they wanted to push Hurts, but I think they wanted Minshew. So, how do you, and then also too, talk about when the Eagles finally won the Super Bowl and beat Brady and Belichick.
All right, let me give y'all a fun fact. Okay, this is a fun fact. Doug Peterson was the starting quarterback.
Oh, you remember that?
Right?
In the 90s, yeah.
In the 90s. And McNabb took his spot, and we lost against the Patriots and Brady in the Super Bowl.
2004,
So-
Terrell Owens broke a
Yeah.
leg.
So it was really like from his heart to beat Tom Brady. He had to beat him, because he lost against him as a player. Now as a coach, he had to beat him. That's how crazy it gets deep like that, man.
My question is this.
Yeah.
Now, we see you're Philadelphia,
Yeah.
but you got something that nobody else has I've ever seen.
What's that?
Why don't you show us the...
Oh yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I got some ink on me.
this
I
man
know I'm
has
dark.
a
I'm
Philly
dark as I don't know
special.
what, but hey, you can still see it. My dad was like, "Why you get tattoos? Can't
Cameraman,
nobody see
come
it on your
closer for
black
this
ass?"
one.
But you know what I mean?
Show them.
Philly special, right?
Yeah, it's a Philly special right there.
So explain the play with the Philly
So
special.
the Philly special is an audible. Every football team do it from elementary to college to NFL. But we did it. The reason why it's so special because we did it in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And then they tried to do it.
Yes.
And Tom Brady could catch the ball, and we won the game, basically.
But that play to me changed the Super Bowl because it's going into halftime.
Right,
You guys were down.
Yeah.
Like, go for it. You
Yeah.
see the sidelines. Go for it. Go
Yeah.
for it. And to have that inked on your arm.
Right.
The Philly special. Everybody
Right.
from here to whatever knows what the Philly
Right.
special is.
Right.
It's not a Philly cheesesteak.
Nah,
it's
a
the
Philly-
most important play. One of the most important plays in
In
Super Bowl
football
history.
history, yes.
After the Rams Cooper Cup play, obviously. But
Get
no.
out of here.
Okay.
Get out of here.
But no, to have that inked on you,
yeah.
it gives me motivation. I don't have any tattoos. I used to be scared of needles.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, if the Rams win another one, Aaron
You
Donald.
gotta
should I?
get some ink on you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, like the craziest part was I was in Minnesota at the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Wow.
I was there.
Okay.
And you talking about cold? Whew, my Lord Jesus. It was like a -17.
Right, I heard it.
And we out there celebrating the middle of the street, and we all crying, and the tears just stuck to your face. Like,
Wow.
I went to college in Iowa, so I used to be used to it, but then, getting away from Iowa, now I'm back in Minnesota, I forgot how cold it is. You really got to buy your jacket out there, because they don't make them on the Cali. It's cold out there, but man, it was a blessing. But Minnesota is disrespectful, because they still had their whole town purple when we was out there. They had their jerseys on and everything.
Wow.
They was so mad they wasn't in the soup on their own town,
Right.
bro.
Yes.
They was mad at us, but we came deep. We was 40, 50 deep. 1,000 deep, you know?
Okay.
Like we're gonna be Sunday against y'all boys. We're gonna take y'all stadium over.
We're gonna be discussing that later.
It's gonna smell
They
like
can take the
cheesesteaks in
stadium
there.
over as long as
It's-
they take over the scoreboard.
Are we gonna get that? That's why I wore the chef jacket. We're gonna be cooking on
Woo!
y'all.
Now, okay, so Tron, you're a comedian, right?
Yeah, I'm a comedian.
So tell the people what ventures and other things you're working on right now.
Right now, my special gonna be coming out soon on Tubi or Netflix. We're working on that, just negotiating with my attorneys and all that stuff.
Okay.
My backyard was the biggest comedy venue throughout COVID the whole 2 years. Everybody
I remember that
that's-
backyard.
Yeah, backyard boogie. Everybody that got Netflix specials out or even on Tubi comedy wise, they practice in my backyard because
Wow.
I was the only one open. So we actually benefited throughout COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was a blessing to have that. And then Tubi and Netflix came back to me and they filmed mine instead of me doing a whole hour special, because I do an hour, but I wind up booking 14 comedians on a Saturday shoot and 10 on a Sunday shoot.
Nice.
And now we got over 8 episodes because there's 4 comedians I hosted between and I headline. So now we got, a lot of episodes. So now I got a series, you know what I'm saying? So versus
that's
our
great, man.
special.
Where can
Now,
people
go
find
ahead.
you at? Go, give
Yeah.
your.
Oh
give
yeah,
your-
yeah. Well, I'm Tron. You can just Google Tron Jones or find me just Tron Jones, TRONJONES on Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace. I'm on all that shit. Just Tron Jones every goddamn way. You know what I mean?
Thanks for joining us, baby.
Brothers, nice meeting you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Whose house?
Rams house. No fly.
No,
No fly.
no.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Cool episode with Tron Jones. That was fun, boy. I can't wait to shut his butt up, though. Come Sunday.
Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna go to week 4 news and games. Tyler Higbee got a 2-year contract extension. He's the 9th highest paid tight end in the NFL now. NFL right now. What's you guys' thoughts on that?
You said the 9th highest?
Yes.
I don't even know who the other. I know Travis Kelce. I only know like 3.
Travis Kelce, Goddard, Andrews, Daniel Waller.
I'm about player empowerment, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, I like Higbee. I don't know why they don't utilize him much, but I like Tyler. He's a good player.
Oh yeah, I think it was important that the Rams retain him. I mean, because he's a big part of what the Rams do. But in the Rams offense, I mean, he's also like a offensive lineman.
Yeah,
many
that's
of the
true.
plays. So it's not just about receiving, but he does whatever the Rams need, which is great. But I mean, he was voted captain and well respected on the Rams, and the Rams such a young team. Nice to be able to have someone to look up to like Tyler Higbee and someone that is clutch with the Rams.
All right, speaking of tight ends, we want to send our thoughts and prayers to Russ Francis, who died on Sunday.
Yeah,
now,
that
I don't
was
remember
crazy.
Russ Francis, but I know you're a little bit older than us.
Yeah, I do.
Tell the audience what kind of player was Russ Francis. Because he played for the Niners and Patriots, right?
Yeah. He
Okay.
played for the Patriots first, and then he finished his career with the Niners.
Okay.
But, he was, I would say, probably character-wise, probably one of the most respected tight ends ever. I
Okay.
mean, he was all about football, but he was just a decent person. you
Right.
know? I mean, he was money. I hated his, because I liked him when he played for the Patriots. But
Right.
when he went to the Niners, it was hard to be a fan of his. But I was glad that he did, have a lot of success.
They
with
played
the
a
Niners.
2 tight end set with him and Dwight Clark, right, in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. He was number 81, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So thoughts and prayers to Russ Francis and his
Yeah,
family.
that's sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another legend. Yeah.
Yeah. Lions beat the Packers on and take over Lambeau. I mean, there was a lot of commentators that saying that Lambeau looked like Detroit over there.
Yeah.
And then, like Tron was saying, people taking over the stadiums. What's you guys' thoughts on this buzz on people taking over stadiums?
Well, it's funny because even first of all, they sent out a memo to the season ticket holders in Green Bay saying, not to sell to
Exactly.
opposing teams. To me, you know what this is? We're in 2023.
Professional.
Whoever has the money, let them go. And I mean, taking over stadiums, I think it's kind of nice, but it doesn't really matter. The main thing is, it's good that they have fans,
Right.
which is great. But to me, I just enjoy it even more.
Do you think it really matters? And if these are professionals, it doesn't
Exactly.
matter. They're not like, oh my God, no.
Right.
They're on the. They have to do is field. They got to remember
Yeah.
plays. You know, how you shut the opposing fans up. You win. If you don't win,
Exactly.
then there's more fans like Raiders, Pittsburgh. If they, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pittsburgh travels well,
Yeah.
Eagles travels well. It doesn't matter once they say we're going to take over your stadium. Because if you lose, you still took over.
But
your
it's
stadium with a
interesting
loss,
now
though.
because you would hear the Raiders would say, "Oh, we took over your stadium," but then the Niners took over the Raiders stadium,
Right.
and now the Raiders are saying that the opposing teams are taking over the
Exactly,
stadium.
man.
But really, what can you do?
Think about it. L.A. Rams. People want to come to L.A.
Yeah.
People are not going to Philadelphia. I mean, people they want to come out here in the sun. We're not traveling to Philadelphia to take over a stadium. No,
Right.
I mean, it's beautiful out. Come on now. Vegas. Where'd you rather be in? Cold weather or Vegas?
No,
Let me think about that for a second. Because as Tron mentioned, didn't he come out here in 2014 from Baltimore? He didn't go to Philadelphia.
Yeah, we don't
He
even
came out
sell
here.
those winter jackets. I mean, we wear windbreakers in Southern
Exactly.
California.
So come on, take over our stadium and
But
enjoy
you know,
our
but as a
beaches,
kid growing
bring
up,
money to the hotels
yeah,
and enjoy the food.
But as a kid growing up, I remember Minnesota. I mean, when the Rams were playing in Bloomington, Minnesota, that stadium was
Frigid, right?
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big advantage for a lot of those teams now.
Alrighty, Bill, shut up. Dolphins and the Dolphins fans beating them 48-20. What you guys thoughts on that?
I called it. I
Yeah,
knew it
yeah,
was
I
called.
I
I
knew
called.
that
I
was
knew
gonna
Buffalo's
happen,
gonna
yeah.
mop them up.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I knew that would happen. I mean, the Bills are still a contender, I think they're peaking too early and all this media hype and stuff.
That's true.
It's nice, but, this is a long season, 17-game season. I like the Rams would gradually just get better,
Yeah.
That's what I want, so.
All right, Eagles beat the Commanders 34-31 in overtime. What you guys thoughts on that?
Yeah, I knew the Eagles because you got to remember the Eagles and Redskins are division
Commanders,
rivals.
yeah.
Commanders, my bad. Commanders, they're division rivals, so they play each other tough. As you recall, didn't Washington beat them or play them close last year as well?
Yeah, they did.
So when you play somebody in the division, I'm not surprised by anything. I thought Washington was going to win the game technically, but I'm glad they didn't because I want the Eagles to come in so far undefeated and the Rams give them the first defeat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to me, I know it's going to be a good game. They're evenly matched game.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people aren't giving the Rams credit, but the Rams are doing everything that they need to do at this point after 4 games. But it'll be a good game. The Rams, Stafford's second leading passer as far as yardage. Puka Nacua, the Rams defense is coming around. It's going to be interesting. It'll be a lot more competitive.
Shout out to D'Amico Ryans and the upstart Texans. They destroyed the Steelers 30-6.
Oh,
What you
man.
guys think? I got to give it up to C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Local kid from Retro Cook
Yeah.
and he's doing his thing. What you guys thoughts on the
Yeah,
Texans?
it was impressive. He was on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
he had a great game. I saw some of it, and pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas, nobody pays attention
Exactly.
to them. I mean, they're what, 2-1 or whatever?
2-2.
So they're in division with Colts and all that.
Right.
So DeMarco Ryan's defense, we'll see what he can do
Yeah.
because
But it was shocking seeing Pittsburgh lose.
Yeah,
like that.
30-6.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Wow.
Even
Well,
Mike
you know why they
Tomlin,
they're-
Tomlin's
when you
gonna
have
make
me
some
as
choices.
offensive coordinator, I mean, who's their offensive coordinator? They're terrible.
Canada or something?
Come on, he needs to be done. Like, come on.
No, but I mean that's what they said, and then all of a sudden they played well on a Sunday night, versus Raiders. They played better, and
Wait, you said they played well against the Raiders?
well, I mean for them,
It's the Raiders. It's the Raiders. I mean, you can score. The Raiders, come on now. Look how discombobulated they are. Because we're going to talk about what Khalil Mack did.
Speaking of the Raiders, that's the next game we're going to highlight. Chargers beat the Raiders 24-17, and of course, Brandon Staley with another boneheaded 4th and 1 in their own territory with Justin Herbert with a broken, non-throwing it. I didn't. What you guys think? If I was a defensive player for the Chargers, I would be frustrated right now. What you guys think?
I think he wants to get fired.
That's what somebody said. Because you get fired, you get paid still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean you can't make those type of decisions.
Exactly.
This is in the NFL. I mean, each week he finds ways to just have people scratch their heads. Unbelievable.
I didn't know Lawrence Taylor played for the Chargers. Lawrence Taylor played for the Chargers. I was like, wait, who? Oh, Khalil Mack? Because it's the Raiders. I'm loving it. Because, the Raider fans saw someone, no. That shut him up. Khalil Mack, he played for the Raiders, right? Yeah. And then they got rid of him. Oh, yeah. So, he was hungry. He was eating. I
He
don't know who else
was, but you know what? That game, actually, the Raiders had a good chance to win that game.
They should have won
That
the game.
penalty, I mean,
Aiden O'Connell threw that interception in the end zone.
yeah, Chargers. I don't know what happened to the Chargers. They
Yeah.
were one of the highly touted teams, but the Rams are still the best team at SoFi.
Yeah, that we can guarantee that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cowboys beat the Patriots 38-3. Now, the saying, what have you done for me lately, always goes with players. Guys, could you ever see a point where Bill Belichick is on a hot seat or gets fired?
No.
Okay.
He has a Don Shula.
Ooh, I like that.
Because, you know, he has.
He's like a Supreme Court judge in
he
there
has
for life.
Equity. He has equity for
Yeah.
years. Those 6 titles, equity. He could.
That's fair.
He's gonna leave on his own when he wants to leave.
Okay.
He's not gonna get fired.
But he was also the GM, and they're not that talented.
Who's the GM?
Belichick.
He can't fire himself.
Well, that's
No,
true.
but
Because Jerry Jones is the GM.
I think he's gonna walk away.
Yeah.
After or after he breaks Don Shula's record?
Yeah.
Probably after he breaks John Shula.
It's going to be about 3 years because he's 17 wins.
No, he won't. He won't.
Damn. So you think he'll go 4 wins?
No,
5
he won't. He won't last that long.
You don't think so?
No.
Wow.
I think a lot of people, you know, everybody was always wondering whether it was Brady or Belichick, right? Who was the brains behind the team.
I mean, it's
And now you're kind of seeing that. I mean, his legacy is kind of being eroded now. I mean, it's not all his fault, but he's making some crazy decisions too.
Yeah.
He was all in with Mac Jones.
I mean, they bring all these receivers.
Yeah, but
Devontae
they're
Parker,
slow.
But
They're
nobody-
slow.
exactly.
They're slow.
Yeah, but nobody felt sorry for the Rams when we let everybody go. Nobody said,
That's
the
true.
Rams were a young team.
No,
and-
you're right.
I mean, we lost Donald, we lost Cup, we lost Stafford,
last year,
but nobody felt sorry for
That's
us.
fair.
I just think for him, I mean, he just once Brady left, they didn't have that magic no more.
I agree.
I mean, Brady kept that team together. Brady was a great, great player, and I think you saw what he did with Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And I think now, New England, they're going to go back to being New England of old, where they're just going to be a footnote.
You think McPherson, Rod Russ days?
Yeah.
BB before Brady.
Terrible.
Ooh.
But I don't think Robert Kraft. He's not going to own a team of losers.
I
He's not
agree.
gonna-
I definitely agree.
Yeah, he won't go on. He's not going to go on with that. He won't. You know what? If you're not going to win or give him an opportunity to win, he'll make changes.
I definitely agree. That's how I do.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
he'll get the last laugh too.
Yeah, that's true too. Seahawks had 11 sacks last night and a pick six from their rookie Devon Witherspoon, beating the Giants 24-3. What you guys say?
They're the Giants.
Yeah.
You know, when you get all these bunches of sacks at one game,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's embarrassing.
it's so misleading. It's so misleading.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because look at Aaron Donald's dominating, and how many sacks does he have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
I
and a
agree.
half,
I agree.
right? Yeah, so these guys, it looks good in stats, but I mean, really, Khalil Mack, he hasn't been that dominant player since he left the Raiders. He hasn't been doing a whole lot. I mean,
Right.
to get 6 in one game, I mean, it brings his name up again, but he hasn't been consistent with the Chargers.
Daniel Jones is. I don't know why the Giants even signed him.
Yeah, they should just one
not-
year.
I mean, I couldn't believe that they even gave him that extension.
They said they're
I
1
mean,
and 12 on primetime. He's like
Yeah.
1 and 12 on primetime game.
But
Seattle's
he's
like 6-0 versus.
Yeah,
the Giants.
he's had nothing but problems ever since they drafted him. I don't know what they saw.
So
in
their
him.
season's over to me. So it's two races.
Yeah, their season's
two horse race. Dallas and Eagles in that division. That's it.
I'm gonna still think the Commanders have something.
Yeah, Washington still could be dangerous.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
I wouldn't put him out.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go to the Week 5 games. Jags versus Bills. Who do you guys got?
Bills.
Bills by
Easy.
Bills
I'm
by
gonna say Bills.
Bills by 30.
10. I'm gonna say Bills by 10.
Bills 35-7.
Woo! You got a score, Sal?
Yeah, I would say about 35-10.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. They're just not impressive. They're too up and down every week.
Now, this was 1992, 93, and 94. This will be a great, great game. But we're going to go Cowboys 49ers, guys. What do you guys got?
Boy, that's gonna be a good game. I would say I'd say the Niners win that game.
Okay.
I can never root for the Niners.
Right.
I'm a Cowboy. Got to root for the Cowboys
Mm.
because I just got to root for the Cowboy. I can never root for the Niners, and I know I just can never root for the Niners. I'm
Okay.
sorry. They're like one of the 3 best teams in the NFL right now. So Cowboys win
But-
28-24.
I think the Niners going to blow them. I think it's going to be like 28 to 10 or 35 to 10. I think Cowboys. The Niners got this.
But what about the Cowboys defense though? You don't think they'll be able to stop McCaffrey?
Nah. You gotta have a healthy D-ball.
I'm laughing because Cowboy fans were saying they had one of the greatest defenses. And they're going to be
Where are they
tested.
playing at? In San Francisco.
I believe it's in San
It's
Francisco.
in Frisco.
And
yeah.
you know the
I
last
haven't
couple
seen
years.
them.
Yeah. Last year, remember last year?
Niners beat the Cowboys.
McCaffrey's on fire though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he sustain it the whole season?
Sal, I can't sit here and root for the Niners ever. I can't. I can't say it out of my mouth. I
Either
know
way,
we're making
yeah,
a-
but either way, I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to be laughing no matter one of those franchises because they always laugh at us. So
Yeah.
I think that, but I think the Niners beat them easily.
Yeah, same here. Okay, guys, Monday night, Packers versus Raiders. Who do you guys got?
That's where they played at?
In Las Vegas.
Oh, you mean Green Bay? It's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Green. Because like we said earlier.
Yeah.
You think Green Bay fans? They're gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all green. And you're gonna see Mark Davis. Yeah.
What do you got the money in that game?
Green Bay 35-10.
Okay. I'm going to say the Raiders squill one out 28-27. Yeah, I think Jimmy G comes back and Devontae Adams wants a little bit of revenge. So
But what makes you say that? Because of Mark Davis arguing with that Raider fan?
No, I'm just saying I think Devontae Adams, I think he wants to give it to Green Bay, so I think they're gonna feed him heavy. I think the Raiders gonna win this game.
One thing that's crazy, when the Raiders had Carr at quarterback, I used to tell Raider fans that they had Carr problems, right? But he was really, really consistent, and then he goes to the Saints, and now he gets hurt. They bring in Garoppolo, and now he's hurt.
Yeah,
he
does
does
like musical chairs.
Yeah.
So the quarterback is the guy. What's his name?
Jordan Love?
No, the quarterback.
Aiden O'Connell? Or?
So he got sacked 11 times. How many times did he get sacked?
Well, I think 8 times.
Who's the defensive guy of Green Bay? Somebody's name gonna be made that night. Somebody's name gonna be made that day.
All right, Nate. Rams fans, the game you want us to highlight: Eagles versus Rams. Now, me as a Rams fan, growing up in the 80s and 90s, I remember once, vivid memory, Greg Bell running over 200 yards against the Eagles.
Seth Joyner, Reggie White,
and
19. Remember in the playoffs.
You remember that game?
Oh, yeah. Like it was
that's
yesterday.
That's one vivid memory I have.
Especially when it was 4th down. Remember it was 4th down?
Yeah, exactly.
4th and 1, and he busted it.
Yeah.
First down, yeah. I'm expecting Eagle fans to take over the stadium, which is fine. I'm ready for that. And then I would say it's going to be a good game, but I think Jalen Hurts right now and Stafford have the same. They're pretty close in passing yards. The Rams' defense is quietly becoming pretty intense.
I agree.
And I think also the corners are good. It'll be a good game. It'll be a lot better than people think.
You have a score?
Yeah, I think the Rams are going to win it, and give them their first loss. I'm going to say Rams 31-28.
Okay, come on.
I get it. The Rams are gonna. I don't care who our guest was. Tron Jones, love you to death. Came in here, got the Philly special, but that Philly special ain't gonna be played at all because the Rams are gonna upset. I don't care. The Rams are gonna win 38-24. I don't care. Eagle fans are gonna be flying out that stadium. 38-24 Rams.
One thing, though, I do respect, though, there's certain fan bases, and it was amazing, though, because when the Niners would come into SoFi, right, and they take over, and they're chanting beat L.A., and they live in L.A., and they're Laker fans, Dodger fans, and Niner fans. So when the Rams didn't make the playoffs, the 49er fans come in, kind of bully the Ram fans and talk about it. So last year when the Rams were injured, 22 players injured, Rams didn't make the playoffs. I said, you know what? I hope that the Niners have to travel to Philly because I want the Philly fans to give them the same treatment they give the Ram fans in SoFi, and they did.
Yeah. Because remember, did you see that clip with the Bosa brothers arguing with fans?
I heard a Niner fan say, I'm never going to go back. Those fans are mean.
Oh, my gosh.
I was laughing. But, yeah, Eagles fans are amazing, and I love passionate fans no matter what team you're a fan of.
Right.
As long as you're passionate, you stay loyal. I mean, I respect that.
I'm going to say the Rams win 27-20. You want to close out?
Hey, with that being said, big shout out to Tron Jones, our guest. Follow his page, check him out, the comedy circuit. Big shout out to DJ Riz K. Big shout out to Shot by J Pro. Hey, also, see you guys at the tailgate. Pink Lot J. Whose house?
Rams house.
Whose house?
Rams house.
Boom.